What is up, geeks? This is my first movie review, and it's on the Man of Steel, both the 2D and 3D IMAX versions. I saw the 3D IMAX version on Thursday night when it first premiered. Before I start anything, I want to tell you guys this. There will be spoilers. This is not spoiler free, so leave now if you haven't seen the movie yet. I highly recommend this movie. First off, the IMAX 3D version wasn't really worth it for me. I think it was better to see in 2D, honestly. There was a lot of shaky camera stuff in the movie, so the 3D wasn't really good for it. It kind of like made me dizzy, actually. So it took me out of the first viewing, and my first impression after the IMAX 3D version, it wasn't that good. I thought Amazing Spider-Man definitely topped it. Definitely wasn't as good as Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises or Avengers or any of those movies. To me, it was like a subpar movie. I rated the IMAX 3D version like, I'd say a 7 or a 6 out of 10, which is not a bad rating. It took me out of it, making me dizzy, and I didn't really get to focus in on the action sequences. But the 2D version was really great. The second time I saw it, I really, really liked it. And now I'd say it's an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Some of the things I liked, some things I didn't like. First off, the things I didn't like. I did not like the fact that Lois already knew that he's Clark Kent. I mean, it was a cool take on it. It's definitely not traditional. I'd like to see what they do with that. I mean, this is like a tentative negative, I'd say. Like, I might change my mind later on. And even with my ratings, I might change my mind too. Other than that, there weren't too many negative things. I think the action sequences could have been shot better, using more camera angles. Like I said, it was really shaky, so you couldn't really, focus in on the cool like punches that they were doing and all that stuff. It was blurry. Other than that, I'd say too much action sometimes. I felt like there could have been more dialogue, definitely. Like, some of the best scenes in The Dark Knight for me were the dialogue scenes. So if they had more dialogue, I think it could have been better. This wasn't a perfect movie. It wasn't The Dark Knight, which I'd say is a 10 or, like a 9.9 out of 10. Because nearly flawless. Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I'd say it was a really great movie. As far as the positives, I loved how they took risks. I love the costume. Like, I wasn't sure if they were going to keep it to be dark blue, and they did, which was okay. The way that they shot it, it looked nice. The acting was superb. I really loved Russell Crowe in it. I also loved his other dad, his Earth dad, Pa Kent. He did really well. I loved everyone's performance for the most part. It was great to see the way that Zack Snyder told the story. He didn't just do the traditional beginning to end. It wasn't linear, which I liked. It kind of kept you in the movie too. The first time I saw it, it kind of confused me, to be honest. It's like, what are they doing? It kind of kept me out. But then when I watched it again, I kind of loved it more, the way they were doing it. And it makes sense now, because you don't want to bore the audience with another origin story that they already know. So the flashbacks really made sense, and it was good. I liked it. Other strong performances were Henry Cavill. He was a great Superman. I think he was perfect for the modern day version of Superman. He couldn't have done any better. He looked the part. What I loved the most was when he would be Clark Kent, and his voice tone would be a lot different from when he was Superman. It's something subtle, but after watching it a second time, you can definitely hear the differences. Other cool things, the Easter eggs. I saw LexCorp on the building. I know a lot of people are talking about these Easter eggs. And then Wayne Enterprises on the satellite. That was awesome. I had to pay attention to that for the second time I viewed it, but I did catch it. And I'm not completely sure if the logo is the same as the Dark Knight one. If it's not, then that would make sense, because they're planning to reboot Batman. If it is, then I'd kind of question, maybe, hopefully there's some kind of connection to the old Batman. If not, it's a fresh start. I'm kind of I'm kind of split between the middle about them rebooting Batman or keeping the old Batman because he was awesome. But as long as Warner Brothers does try to do this, you know, I'm glad that Man of Steel even happened. So hopefully they keep moving in this direction, and we'll one day see Justice League. They don't need to rush it though. I saw this rumor last night actually that they might have it 2015, which originally I thought that was cool, but maybe they're rushing it a little bit too much, and they're trying to plan Man of Steel next year. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'll still be excited for it. It could work. You never know. They're trying to see if they can do the flip side of the Avengers. Instead of having the solo movies, have the Justice League come out first and then the solo movies, which kind of makes sense. It could work to their advantage. I think with Iron Man 3, it didn't do as well as the Avengers. So maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe if they keep their origin stories till after it, maybe they'll have more of an audience for those solo movies. Because nothing is going to top Justice League unless you have the introduction of new characters. So that can work. I do like the tone that they're going with. It's more of like the Dark Knight feel, Christopher Nolan kind of universe. I like that, and hopefully they continue that so they can compete with Marvel in that way and not have like a campy universe. It's interesting because Marvel at first was more of the like relatable, darker kind of tone in the comics, whereas now they're more campy, and DC is taking over the darker, more relatable tone, and that's what I felt. Man of Steel really resonated with me, even more so than the Avengers. I think it took a deeper hit to me, especially like those moments when like you really got the feels, you know what I'm saying? Like when Pa Kent died, when he just lifted his hand, that was really emotional. And especially the most important part, I'd say, was when Superman killed Zod. First time I saw that, I was really surprised. My jaw literally dropped. And I wasn't completely sure at the time whether I liked it or not. But then seeing it again, it made sense. He really had no choice. First of all, he couldn't bring him back to the Phantom Zone because he already brought the others to the Phantom Zone with his old ship. You know, the ship that he came to Earth with. There was no way bringing him back. Secondly, there isn't kryptonite. So how on earth are you going to stop this guy other than to kill him? You can't just bring him to jail. He's going to break out. So it makes sense why he did that, especially because there was like I think 4 or 5 people that General Zod were going to kill right in front of him. It was either them or this guy who killed, like, first of all, his dad killed a bunch of other people, and we're planning to just keep on killing. So it made sense, and I do like his reaction at the end after he does it. It was very emotional. As I said, I got the feels for that, and so I really liked that part. Overall, I thought the movie was great. I'll have to watch it again and again to really compare it to the other movies. For now, I'd say it's equal to Amazing Spider-Man. Still lower than Dark Knight and the Avengers, because Avengers was just epic, you know, even though I got more feels for this one. I'll have to watch it on Blu-ray. Have to watch it on DVD and keep watching it and try to compare more. But I did enjoy it. I do recommend it. I thought it was an amazing movie. And yeah, go Superman. Well, thanks for watching my movie review. I'll definitely keep up to date with these movie reviews. Maybe I'll do some old ones. Let me know in the comments below. Forgive me, this is my first one, so if I sound like a noob, then forgive me. But I will try to keep doing these. I think it would be fun to be like a movie critic. I always wanted to do that. But thank you for watching. If you've watched those whole 9 minutes or however long this is, you guys are an amazing support to me. Keep watching my videos. I really like seeing that view count go up. It really makes me feel good about doing this. And so, as always, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself.